back lines.
And introducing our lineups for this match with San Diego versus Houston. Introducing first, San Diego, Paul Lotman, David Lee, Sean Cook, Evan Cory, and Will Price. For your hometown Houston, we have Riley Wohlshlaeger, Lennart Huijbers, Beau Bridgland, Ryan Walker, and Mikhail Butler.
And welcome into the Humble Civic Center Arena. I'm Nick England, joined by Michael Klinsman. If you haven't heard it once today, we've said it plenty. We got at least 2 more sets here to go. This is City versus City 4v4 volleyball taking over Texas all weekend long, and we've got an absolute banger here for you as Houston takes on San Diego. All right, Michael, this one's going to be delivering quite a bit. What are you looking for? You know these Houston guys quite a bit. What are you looking for out of these guys?
Out of Houston, I'm looking to see the effectiveness of their right side attack. Yes, in pool play, they were really taking advantage of teams with the height of their right side set, chopping really sharp angles. Let's see how effective that's going to be today.
Serve goes short. Sean Cook picks that one up. Lotman to the outside. Will Price with the hammer. Wasting no time. There's been a lot of talk. This San Diego team boasting a lot of USA talent from the indoor side. David Lee, Paul Lotman, Will Price. Got a lot of spice from Scotland back there with Sean Cook and Evan Cory ever present. Sean Cook with a big jump serve. Bridgland, big swing out of system, just long.
What are some strengths of the San Diego team that you've seen so far?
I would say that the big thing is they're unrattleable. They've got a 5-man rotation. David Lee, Evan Cory going in and out depending on whether they're serving or receiving. They get dynamic with that, but they've got answers to everything. Big blocks, and you know, like I said, they've been in very high pressure situations. But Will Price has a cannon. Too much there for Bridgland. 3-0 lead out the gates for San Diego. We've talked about it before all day long. Houston already battled through a knockout match this morning. San Diego feeling fresh. They got to wait all day long, so they are definitely going to be the more fresh of the two. Jousted back by Price. Dug by Cook. Lotman going to help this one out. David Lee looking for the 50-50 chop over. Beau Bridgland into the net there. Another big jump serve. That one might have been long, but taken by Walker. And there it is, Bridgland off the hands of Lotman.
It's a big-time point for Houston. Great pass by Lennart. As that serve trailed into.
I wasn't sure if it was in or out. They called out, but you know, Huijbers stepping in there, not going to give a free ace away. You can't when you're already down by 4. Heads-up play. Evan Cory get that left-handed kill. He's been a nice little piece to slot in, kind of playing that quote-unquote opposite for them, you know, bringing him in from the right side. But now that it's his serving responsibility, you'll see Lotman and Price just go for the split block. Bridgland with a big swing. Lotman's not able to slow him down at all.
Both of these teams are so physical on the pins. Power swing after power swing. It's fun to watch.
Wohlshlaeger now back to serve. going after Price. Cook goes right back to Price. Off the block, recycled. Evan Cory gets a chance now. Bangs high off the hands. That was Mikhail Butler, I believe, making his first appearance there for a blocking sub. This is two of our hometowns. I hail from San Diego. You know these Houston guys, so I think it's, we know where we're both feeling our hearts are at. Lotman with a big jump serve. Tight joust. Lotman step close and gets it done. David Lee's right shoulder. Price throws a hand in there, and Lotman gets the job done.
Such a good swing out of Lotman there. That's unreal to have that kind of control and height.
It helped that he was kind of coming in from the service line still, so he was behind that ball, able to get behind to get a healthy rip. That one goes long. San Diego was acknowledging kind of the presence from Houston there. They had 3 blockers up. We haven't seen that hardly at all today. So just, again, San Diego wants to be physical, rely on some size. Bridgland with a short serve. He knows that he's going to have to get some pressure in there. It looks like the side of Houston's kind of relying on a double sub of Ryan Walker and Mikhail Butler to kind of do that similar blocking versus setting, whether they're serving or receiving. Price to jump. Great pass by Wohlshlaeger, and he gets the set. High hands. Cory unable to track that one down.
It's a big key for Houston to get Riley going on that right side. Great set by Ryan, that high ball.
In doubles, is he normally a right side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, if he's able to handle the offensive load, and we're seeing Bridgland struggle a bit, maybe that's something we see them switch up. Cory bringing the heat, though. We sat there and watched him yesterday. Something I think teams were struggling with. He likes angle, and more angle all day, all power, and teams weren't really adjusting to that, and they were giving it to him, and he's going to score way too much. I think teams are way too slow to respect that. We'll see if there's any adjustments made here today. Good placement by Bridgland, working around that double block. Walker had a really nice set, pulled a blocker, throws that to the pin. He's going to have to do that quite a bit here, I think, because it's really going to help pull some blockers, spread it out. If David Lee is going pin to pin, closing blocks, that's a tough time for any hitter.
I agree, and on the flip side, like, you're going to have to side up dang near perfect against the San Diego team if you are Houston.
Good serve by Butler. There it is.
Such a good seal, Mikhail Butler.
That is a heck of a combination there between Wohlshlaeger and Butler, putting that double block together. They get him again, but another opportunity for San Diego. Covered by Lotman. Will Price prevails. It might take 3 swings, but he was ready for 4. A heroic blocking effort on the side of Houston.
The maybe twice, never thrice call. Will Price, I love that. Good pass, Riley.
Cory targets Wohlshlaeger. Outside pinky for Lotman, getting attacked there by Bridgland.
Interested to see if they feed Evan here and serve receive.
Lotman with a good ball. Will Price, they've got a target on your head.
Having this hometown crowd is lovely too on your side. I can't even imagine the emotions by Mikhail up at the net.
Overhead to Cory. deflected off hands. Wohlshlaeger gets a chance, deflected. Cook gets a touch. Having Cory cross court. Price gets the field goal there through Butler. Looking for a little more call on that tighter hand call. But at the end of the day, I would say that call was a consistent no call with what we have seen all day long. You can have your opinions on whether that should or shouldn't be, but that call was consistent.
I very much agree with that. The refs have done a great job of staying consistent, like having their team meetings, keeping everything level.
Wow, the physicality. Will Price is ready to bring it, but Houston not giving him anything easy. That's a really heads-up play by Ryan Walker at the net, throwing a right-handed back fist blind to slow that down. 11, we got 12-8 here for San Diego. Lotman in the top spin. Long by a foot, might as well have been a mile. That's all that Houston needed to go into the technical timeout. 12-9 in favor of San Diego. We'll be right back in 1 minute.
Much rather be doing something. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go.
Back into the action. City versus City 4v4. This is the second to last quarterfinal today. We've got one more after this. That'll wrap it up. And then tomorrow we have 4 semifinal matches before we've got 2 Titan playoff matches to take it all home. Be a friend, tell a friend, share a link. Make sure everyone knows what's going on here in Texas. It's been a great experience, and all of your favorite beach athletes are having a blast. Back into the action here. Bridgland to serve. Lotman takes that one from Price, and Cory takes it from everybody else. The lefty on the right is dashing hopes with the powerful swings he's been able to bring out so far this match. His connection with Sean Cook has been very, very clean.
It's just amazing, like him diving so hard into the angle and then jumping fully to the right and thumb downing that ball. Like, what an athlete.
Absolutely. Will Price, big jump serve, handled well. Bridgland with a big swing. Cannot find the hands of Lotman or Lee there. Huijbers doing a nice job out of middle back handling. There's a lot of heat coming his way.
Yes.
He's got his helmet on. He is ready to battle.
Arguably one of the best defenders in Texas in the doubles game. Like, his read on ball and his platform are so good.
And there's a great reception by Wohlshlaeger. Wow. He reads that set really well, drifts a little bit to the pin, but last second adjustment absolutely works the line right there. Ryan Walker to helm this serve. That absolutely knuckled every single direction. We've said it all day long, but I'm glad that we're back here and not down there, because that was a face-to-face meeting with all sorts of movement on that ball. Sean Cook going for the top spin. Good control.
Power
It's a tight
pokey.
pass. There's a net from Beau Bridgland.
Sean getting the diaphragm cooking over.
Something he's, if you notice, he's got a microphone attached to his hat. This man is electric, he's loud, and he loves to bring the energy. Something that he's actually kind of, we've heard joked about a little bit, but since he's not hitting, sometimes that's when he chirps so much and gets people going. So he's kind of had to find it a different way as the setter for San Diego this weekend. But doing well so far. He goes for the track down, good touch. Not gonna come back, and Bridgland gets that one through the block. And once again, that means it's time for a substitution. It's so funny, both teams, whether they're serving or receiving, every time there's just adjustments going back and forth. It's a lot to talk about, almost not worth it. Just keep your eye on it, and we'll note it when it's resulting good results, as results typically do, if I can say it more times. Cory sends that one long. Side swap at 28 points scored, 16-12, 4-point lead for San Diego.
Interesting choice to go with the off speed. Maybe he felt like the block was sealing into the angle and you had to adjust last second. I'm interested to see from his mind's perspective what led to that adjustment.
Oh, that one, a nice little net help there for Butler.
And Houston loves to see it.
Anything to get the home crowd fans kind of behind your way, get them loud. Overhead once again to Cory. There's the double block. Beau Bridgland, Mikhail Butler, the way is shut. Some of Butler's biggest blocks are coming off of him serving and charging for the triple block. And that's gonna cause a timeout here. San Diego wants a chance to think about it. It is electric in here. We're gonna take a small break. San Diego leads by 2. But is it enough? We'll have to see as this set 1 comes to a conclusion. We'll be right back.
Started it. 4-1. I was like, oh, maybe I missed it. Maybe I missed it. All right, fine. Fingers set me up for failure, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I can't math. They would never believe you if you said, oh no, he showed me.
Butler back on the service line after the timeout taken there by San Diego. 2-point lead, but they are struggling in the last 3 points. But that's one that we called the coach's timeout. Lotman even gave him a quick shout out through the net. Slow the game down, control the tempo, control the pace. You asked early on, what is that San Diego side gonna do? And that's no situation they haven't seen before. So good game management there. Good take by Bridgland. He's the only option. And there it is. Blocked back by Lotman. Bridgland covers himself and sends it over. There's no point like a self-cover point. Beau Bridgland.
Way to run the play, Beau. I love that for you.
Riley Wohlshlaeger. Cross court to Price, he's off net. Maybe that's what he needed, finally got some separation in that block. Maybe he's been a little too tight and they're all over him, but right there, gets some separation, uses the right hand of Walker. Apologies, Butler. Lotman top spin. Great pass by Huijbers. Clinical finish. You were talking about how good Riley Wohlshlaeger is from the right. I want to see, they're really clearly relying on Beau on the left with good reason, but Wohlshlaeger is swinging really high percentages right now. Maybe start shifting some volume to the right, see what he can do, and adjust that kind of the set load.
It's an interesting coach's mentality too, because you kind of want Beau to catch fire as well.
Yes.
So it's like the investment to be made in the first set, hoping for a third or pushing in this one.
Will Price falling backwards out of system, able to catch Butler backpedaling. He had Bridgland right behind him. That's an unlucky little bit of stack right there.
I feel like San Diego has had a lot of success if they get past the block. Like whenever they get that second touch, it usually hasn't been a positive touch.
Huijbers handles the heat from Price. Wohlshlaeger swings, Lotman turns. Cory pulls it out of the net. David Lee pokes it into the corner. Opportunity for Bridgland. High hands, gets a touch, gets the mic, gets the laptop. I'm not sure if we're still live.
Yay.
We're still here. That caught us all the way.
Evan Cory with the honesty call on the touch.
We caught that one in real time, even with all the heat coming our way. Big block touch. Great swing there from Bridgland at a much needed point. Shout out to the technical crew, keeping us up and running.
Great pass by Evan after the honesty call.
Price punches that one through. Walker unable to come up with the dig. Like you said, if it's not stopped on the net, we're not seeing a whole lot of stops from Houston, so they're really big up front. They just got to keep slowing balls down, give them a chance. But this will be set point number 1 for San Diego, 20-17. Sean Cook. Leaves that one short. That'll bring Evan Cory in to replace Lee. But we've noted before, this is the rotation. Butler's gotten 2 blocks so far after his serve and charging the net. Well, unfortunately, when you serve it wide, no chance for the block. That'll do it, 21-18. Set number 1 goes the way of San Diego. Grab a little refreshment, enjoy your Saturday afternoon. We're gonna be right back here in 1 minute to see if this goes the distance or if San Diego is ready to shut the door on Houston here in Texas. We'll be right back. Well, we're back into the action. We do want to give a quick shout out to all the sponsors that have helped make this happen. A big thank you to Waste Connections, Liberty Materials, Mikasa Volleyball, Jump Serve, Volleyball USA, and Sanderac. Thank you once again also to our officials and volunteers that have been here all weekend long. And with that, Will Price hammers a jump serve to start set number 2. Big miscommunication on the side of San Diego, whether they were blocking or dropping, but it makes no difference to Riley Wohlshlaeger, who says, thanks for the free point. I'll take anyone I can get.
Got such good spin on that ball off net. It's a great job getting around, snapping high.
Ryan Walker to serve. Perfect pass by Evan Cory. And Will Price right back to the on-the-net sets, battling with the double block. But I got to say, on the side of Houston, they continue doing a good job getting big block touches, slowing him down. Will Price is not having an easy time up there.
Unsung heroes. Both setters on this course, Sean Cook and Ryan Walker, are just setting a great game.
Absolutely. Oh, Cook misses that one wide by about 4 inches. It looks good. Well, let's see if I can curse Mikhail Butler once again.
For the San Diego crowd, I respect that. Oh, what a
Full
set.
cross court by Cook. Bridgman gets a good touch. Now he's swinging out of system. Off of Cory's left hand into Lotman there. Beau Bridgman doing a great job handling that.
It's going to be a huge key for Houston this set, is getting that positive second touch. Beau with a great dig. Just the power of San Diego on offense is so hard to stop.
That's one of the things I've really been enjoying watching all day long. Since they have 4 players, the way they can approach out-of-system swings, it's a lot more like indoor. And so they're getting full approaches. And it's not just control line shots or, roll shots in. It is full swings. And for guys like Beau Bridgman, that absolutely plays to his strengths.
Yes. I feel like the first ball side out so plays into indoor experience, and then once it goes after that first ball, the sand versatility shines.
Oh yeah. Evan Cory catches Bridgman's wide right hand there, siding out for San Diego. Houston sitting with a nice 2-point lead, more than they saw during the entirety of set 1. See if they're able to continue siding out, maybe extend that on the back of some good blocking. Walker to the outside. Bridgman continues to make a hole in the wall.
Riley Wohlshlaeger back to serve, trying to keep this momentum alive for Houston.
They are loving that +3 lead right now, targeting Evan Cory. But Evan swings into the corner. Both these teams doing something we haven't seen all day from any team, and that is using a 3-man blocking scheme more regularly. They think that the passing is good enough. They're respecting all 3 hitters on both sides. So we haven't seen that much, and they're just relying on one guy and a peel blocker to make the defense happen. Wohlshlaeger with a good ball, and now he gets a chance to swing, but that swing is straight down into the waiting hands of Will Price. It's a big block there waiting from David Lee and Will Price. There's not a lot of room. Maybe go for those elbows, try to chop wide.
It's a national team level block over there.
Oh yeah. David Lee dug by Bridgland. Lee pokes it deep. The call is over.
There's this much over. That's my ball. That is my ball. That's bad.
Well, you're going to hear the mic pick that all up if you want to know what's going
I know the
on.
follow through looks bad. I knuckle poking follow through.
And that is, he has a play on the ball.
Second opinion. Come on over, sir. Come on here. Just because he's great, they jump with it.
So as soon as that ball enters 1% of the plane, either player is eligible to go attack it. So David Lee is saying that ball's over the plane of the net, which allows him priority to go up and get the ball. He pokes it over into the deep corner. The referee call here is that that ball was still completely on the side of Houston, so making it ineligible for David Lee attack.
Tough angle to see.
Yeah, we've got no. You haven't heard me make any qualifying statements here. I have no way. But I would say this is one of those times maybe you need to drop it. You start to risk getting your guys riled up. Exactly. Now you start to lose more than 1 point. It's 6-4. You're a set ahead. Just let it go, especially because David Lee's now going to go off the court. So if he's got some of that emotion, maybe it's going to sit on the court with the rest of the guys. Just let it go, move on to the next point. And just like that, Bridgland sends that one wide. And you know, at least 4 guys just said everyone's favorite line, ball never lies. Whether it does or doesn't, you be the judge, tell us in the comments. Well priced to serve. Nice pass, well handled. Bridgland swings, Evan Cory ready. You said it once, I will say it again. Right now, Huijbers is really anchoring this team. He is handling middle back passing responsibilities very, very well for Houston. And that puts the hitters in a great spot. You're gonna find you're hitting a lot faster than you're gonna find you're passing. So at this point, let Bridgland work. You know, let the boys go to town on the pins. They'll find their way. It is so good, it is automatic. Back set to Wohlshlaeger, he's a little early. Evan Cory on 2 goes for the option. That's always the tough one. As soon as you pass to the pin that you're gonna set to, that near pin, it's gonna, a lot of hitters want to accelerate their approach line. They want to get there a little bit faster. That set a little bit higher. Wohlshlaeger now goes into swing management, not as much power as he can to it. But Huijbers continues delivering the goods. Hand dig from Price. Lotman tracks it down. High, oh, spin.
Straight down, Will Price.
In most circles I've ever played in, a swing like that, and you owe the boys a couple beverages. Will Price, to say that you put it under the net would do you a service. That didn't even get to the net. Love the aggression though. Looking to swing on everything.
Yes.
I don't think it's any surprise there that he's looking for every opportunity to swing.
It's glad to know that these guys are human as well.
Yeah. Cory goes short. We talked earlier that he is all angle all day, and just like that, pulls out the tip, drops it short inside the double block, showing the versatility, showing the brain, letting everybody outside know, hey, it's not all the big gun show.
That's so tough to stop too, because his angle attack is with a thumb down, so it's spinning toward the line. So their whole defense has to shift over into the angle.
That's a great point. It's that's a tough spot for all the defenders over there. Sean Cook goes a little off speed. Easy for Huijbers. Bridgman challenging that block at David Lee. It's bold strategy.
Truly, yeah. See how that one pans out.
I gotta say, if that's me, I'm aiming for the ceiling or the back wall. I'm not trying to find court behind him. You're just hoping you catch a fingertip on the way by.
Great jump serve.
Off the block. Good swing there. Wohlshlaeger doing a nice job.
You made a great call about that last set on this side for Houston. I feel like Houston made that adjustment with the set height. Riley in system and comfortable, sides out a great ball.
Yep. I would argue it's actually one of the hardest things to defend as a blocker because it can happen so fast. It's hard to get a well set up block. Alternatively, when you get that high ball to the pin, both of you can get all the way out there, but as soon as something starts to accelerate that set, it's a tricky ball. Well put away there by Will Price on the left side. San Diego has now retained their lead at 10-8. They're back up by 2.
Jump float from Evan Cory. Good pass by Riley.
Wohlshlaeger does a nice job challenging Will Price's right hand. I have to say, if you've got different blockers in front of you, if one of them is David Lee, I'm picking whoever the other one is. I don't care. It's kind of a blank check. Much better job there attacking, not Lee. Wohlshlaeger to float. Cory bangs high through hands, gets a little field goal there.
If you listen closely into the mic, Evan calling tempo on that right side to speed up that set to hopefully get Houston's blockers out of system. It's a great play by Evan.
We're seeing Houston succeed in out-of-system opportunities. They've just got to get something to slow it down, give themselves a little bit more time to play. Bridgland beats Lee there. Got a little bit of redemption after the last block.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, man, the serving pressure from San Diego has been some of the most impressive serves that we have seen time and again, and yet Houston is locked in. They are handling these serves expertly. It's been very impressive to see the best serving team arguably go up against one of the best passing performances we have. Lucky to see them both all at once. That is our technical timeout. I was trying to find out where we were on a brief pause. All right, Michael, what do you think of your Houston guys so far? How are they holding up in this one?
I'm proud of their resilience after that first set. Like, they were down 12-9 in that first set, and we've made like present adjustments in this second to be able to get us to the 10-11. I think that we're in a great spot if you're, quarter 4 investors in the third set. I think we have a good chance if we keep siding out well. Obviously, Ryan is setting incredibly, giving our team like the best possible chance at a good outcome. But how about for you? How does San Diego keep their foot on the gas here? I mean, I think San Diego is one of those rare teams that when you look at the guys on there, David Lee, loud guy. Sean Cook, loud guy. Evan Cory, loud guy. Like, they want to. Sometimes we talk about tempering the emotional roller coaster. I think this might be the one team that really wants to lean into it. They want to get loud. They want people to know they're there. And as soon as the other team lets off the gas, they're ready just to take every inch you're going to give them. So I think San Diego right now, they're playing high energy, pretty loose. Just keep it in the face of Houston and see where it rolls. It's interesting to note like the differences between like your traditional sand culture on the court versus indoors. Like so much more communication indoors and like fire vocally communicated.
Oh yeah. Oh, and I mean, all that, we're talking about their days past, but Paul Lotman, he's got plenty of experience, played in the league last year. He's one of those guys that's been all around it. David Lee, a perennial main draw guy. So there's a lot of experience over there on that team. Not to mention, Sean Cook, Cory, those guys, anyone that's ever watched AVP, they're household names. Will Price is kind of the fun one of a guy that doesn't really play a whole lot of competitive ball down in San Diego, but he's a friend, trains with all the guys. They wanted one more body, and they brought him in. Scramble, and it works. Good recovery there. Opportunity for Beau. Misses that one down the line, but that was some exceptional recovery on the right side by Wohlshlaeger. Looks like he got a little sand in his eye doing so.
No, I just got sand in my eye.
Grateful for this court mic, picking up the truth of the event.
Didn't have to wait long to get proven right on that one.
It's really a great call by Nick.
But hey, we've talked about it, game sense, game tempo. Whether he did get sand in his eye there, but whether he did or didn't, take the time, slow it down. If you're Houston, down by 3 is not a bad spot. And at any time this much aggressive serving goes south for San Diego, keep weathering the storm, just make them think about every serve. Certainly plenty there. Huijbers handles it. Great dig. David Lee with a fake bump. Good pickup. Beau's got the single block. Good pull, and there it is. Heads up play by Beau Bridgland.
Lennart Huijbers, what a passing performance. I'm so glad this is on film.
He is absolutely textbook right now, which is funny because we have not seen a single swing from him.
Yes.
Walker goes for the sideline. Price leaves it just wide. 14-11 San Diego. Now we start getting into that, what might have been good aggressive errors early on for Houston. They've got to start tightening those bolts down. They've got to find a way to chip away at this lead. Game starts to get late and can get away from you real quick. Sean Cook hammers a jump serve. Perfect pass. We've said this line plenty of times. David Lee blocks it back. One-on-one, and there it is. Wohlshlaeger gets it done. Great set back there from Ryan Walker.
Mikhail back to serve with a deep float. Barely out.
Just long.
Service errors by Houston really been tough.
And that's a tough one to say that might be the difference maker right here when they're going after float serves and San Diego's going after big jump serves every time, but the floats are the ones missing. And in true fashion, a missed float serve from San Diego. Maybe Cory needs to go back to that big jump serve toss.
I agree. There's always the underhand.
Don't put me on the court. If you're underhand serving, I'm pulling Mr. David Lee over here, getting off the court because I don't want the smoke that comes with an underhand serve coming back at me. Set to the outside. Price bangs that one off of the hands of Butler. Well, this is one of those things. You look at the four-man team San Diego has. This is just a rotation. And David Lee even said, he just came over and talked to us like, hey man, I don't want anything to do with the float on this ball. And it kind of speaks to how we get to see him in almost a new light because he's not one of two on the court. He gets to go be the big man up front. And so it kind of opens up a lot of that versatility from some players or the expertise in others. So it's been a lot of fun. And Will Price swings there. David Lee hammers that one down. That's what he wants to do. He wants to be the big man up front, put some heat on the ball, get a blocking move going his way. And that's now a 4-point lead for San Diego.
Let's also talk about that outside indoor experience from Paul Lotman, getting that dig in zone 6, the deep middle. That's a great up by Paul and timely in this game.
Roll shot short, easy pickup for Huijbers. Wohlshlaeger into two, off hands, and Riley Wohlshlaeger getting the best of the block from San Diego.
Houston asking for the third blocker over there on the side. I respect that.
Bring them all.
Yeah.
Good pass from Lotman, quick back set. There's the tempo. You talked about it earlier, and we see it again. You've heard it on air once again. Evan Cory calling for the tempo. I believe the question here is if he was under as he landed, there was a little bit of contact. Maybe they're talking about a net. I don't know exactly what it was, hard to see.
So I think what Beau thinks happened was that Evan swung, ball is played off of block, and that Evan continued into the net with his right shoulder. We'll see what the refs call here.
And that's, in fact, the call. Nailed that one. Michael's got the Hawkeyes over here. Heads up call by our reffing crew. Ball is live, even if it's out of bounds and will land until it has. The point is live. Beau Bridgland serving once again. Down only by 2. If he can earn another real point here.
Oh, that's a good serve.
Huge dig. No luck on turn and burn for Bridgland. Evan Cory had a little bit to say with that swing.
I would have dug it.
I think you were spot on in that first set whenever you're talking about how San Diego loves the fire and the passion on the court. Evan embracing what he believed to be an injustice on that play,
Yeah.
just sent it into the ball.
Absolutely. 18-15. Houston's got a first ball side out here. And that's one way to do it. Price leaves that one short. And Houston fans everywhere breathe a sigh of relief. See if Ryan Walker can string a couple together here. The time is now.
A big point here before this switch.
Outside to Price, and he takes advantage of the hole. And that's going to be 19-16 on the side switch. Your math to get to the side switches is so much faster than mine. My brain does not see the two numbers as a whole. You are on it every time, and I appreciate that. But as the indoor guy, I'm like, man, you are watching that like a hawk.
It's okay. Grateful for our teamwork here.
Yeah. 16-19 side switch, and Sean Cook to serve. Drops it short. Still, Huijbers is unshaken. Bridgland misses the hand, and that's going to bring us to match point 20-16. He would love that one back. Unfortunately for Bridgland, his responsibility on this team for Houston is he has to take big swings all day long. Live by the sword, die by the sword, as you said earlier. Cook leaves it short, and now we've got to see a hero run on the side of Houston, orchestrated by none other than Mikhail Butler.
Mikhail's a great server, so I'm interested to see what produces for Houston here.
Backside, Cory overruns it, and that'll do it all the same. Keep the ball alive, let it live another day. 21-17, San Diego wins this one in 2 straight sets, and that'll send them on to the semifinals. A great showing for Houston in front of their home crowd, who absolutely rolled out to support them today. A lot of fun to see. This was definitely the most electric match we've had of the day so far.
Very much agree. Thank you all again for tuning in and for your presence. You tuning in and watching is really adding so much to the experience of the game and proving the love of the sport. So we appreciate you being here.
That's going to do it for us. We've got one more with arguably the most watched team here in this. You've got Taylor Sander, you got Trevor Crabb, Taylor Crabb, and of course on his reunion tour, the Thin Beast, Phil Dahlhauser, taking on. We'll get some more details on that. I know it's Peter Knoll, Steve Roshitz,
George Human right here. Incredible physical presence.
So that one's coming your way right after this. You've seen all day quick turnarounds. I'm Nick England. He's Michael Klinsman. We'll be right back.